Robert Redford filled the screen in films like All the President's Men. He was Hollywood's quintessential leading man, turned Oscar-winning director. He also became the patriarch of independent films, founding the Sundance Film Festival. I'm joined now by Variety's chief film critic, Peter Debruge. Peter, I want to ask you first, just as an actor, how would you describe Robert Redford?
Robert Redford was part of two revolutions in Hollywood, and as an actor for the kind of new Hollywood upheaval that happened at the end of the 60s, he was unique in that he was this beautiful, all-American type leading man, where I think so many of his contemporaries, with the possible exception, well, the obvious exception of Warren Beatty, but these are, men who were as gorgeous as had ever graced the screen and who had the chops to carry some of the most important movies of the next 15 years. Throughout the 70s, you just showed All the President's Men, but Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Sting. He was an icon, and he's someone who overcame the disadvantage of his good looks.
When we say quintessential leading man, that term was redefined a couple of times in movies. So he was a part of a new kind of generation, right?
That's absolutely true. I mean, I think in the late 60s, it's a moment when Hollywood was really losing its way. The box office was cratering, television was stealing the attention. People who'd gone to the movies every night of the week were really tailing off. And so there was this reinvention. And, the movie Butch Cassidy launched him in 1969, and he was really kind of lucky to be there amidst that generation, a little 10 years younger than Paul Newman, but really kind of getting his start at a moment when the movies were really getting interesting. They were getting substantial.
And I want to ask you about that second revolution he was a part of, but one more question about films. As a director, did he have a signature style or a way that was affected by his acting, or that was just very purely Robert Redford?
I think what's really remarkable about Redford is just the range across everything, both the films he directed, from Quiz Show to Ordinary People. Of course, he won an Oscar for his first film as director with that movie. But even as an actor, I think he was really fighting being typecast or stereotyped. And so you saw him, playing kind of across the spectrum, from sports heroes like we see in The Natural to political satire like the Candidate. Go ahead.
And about 40 seconds left. As an advocate for independent film, why so important?
He was the force behind the Sundance Film Festival, which has really redefined Hollywood as we know it now. He lended his star power to letting other new voices who wouldn't have had kind of a way through the front door of Hollywood a chance to prove themselves.